Hello everybody and welcome back to your learning journey for today. Well done on all your fantastic sentences you wrote for me yesterday using adjectives to describe the setting. Here's our learning journey question. How can I write a story to encourage others to find their voice? And we want to help Monty to find his voice so that he can speak out. Now, I just want to return to something I talked about at the beginning of our learning journey. If we're going to write a story, we need a success criteria to follow so that when we write our story, we know exactly what we need to include. And yesterday's objective was, can I use adjectives, which are describing words, to describe a setting? And you all did a brilliant job of that. So I'm going to add that to our success criteria now, so that we can build it up as we go along our learning journey. So we remember to include those when we come to write. So I'm going to write in here, use adjectives to describe, because we're getting really good at that and thinking of some wonderful description so the reader gets a really clear picture in their head of what is going on in the story. Now today, I want us to think about something different. I want us to think about whether we're going to write in the past tense or the present tense. This is something that when we wrote our last stories we weren't quite sure about, so I thought it would be a good idea to concentrate on that now. So, can I write in the past tense? So the past tense describes something that has already happened. So, yesterday I went for a walk, or yesterday I walked to the park. The present tense means something that's happening right now. Okay, so I'm walking to the park, or I walk to the park. There's a slight difference there, but it's really important when we're telling our stories because we want to tell our stories in the past tense. To make a word past tense, we can add a suffix, so that's a letter or group of letters, to the end of some of our words. So for most verbs, which are doing words, having words or being words, it's really easy. Do you know what I need to add? That's right. I need to add ed. So play in the present tense becomes I played. Okay? So we just add ed on the end. So I played with my friends. Same with talk. I add ed. So talk becomes talked. Okay, and it sounds like a t sound, but look, it's ed. And watch becomes, that's right, watched. And it does sound like a t, but it's not. So watched. So some verbs are really easy to make sound the past tense, so to create the past tense. But sometimes it's different. Let's have a look at some of those irregular verbs, so verbs that don't follow that rule of just adding ed to make it sound like it's happened in the past. So, swim. How are we going to make that past tense? Do we write swimmed? Have a think. Last summer, I swimmed in the sea. Doesn't sound right, does it? So some of them don't follow that rule, and we just have to learn them. So last summer, I swam in the sea. What about this one? At the weekend, I seed a bird in my garden. No, it's not that, is it? It's I saw. So some of our verbs are irregular. They don't follow the rule of just adding ed. So we've got to watch out for those. Okay, here is your activity for today. I would like you to have a go, and I've put the worksheet on Class Dojo, at writing these verbs in the past tense. We've done a few of them together, but watch out. Some of them are a bit tricky. They don't follow the rules. So play is going to become played. Talk, talked, so we add ed. Now notice here with chase, it's already got an E on the end. So what do we think we're going to do? Are we going to add E and D? No, that's right. We're just going to add a D. We've got noticed, watch. What about this one here? Sit. How do we make that sound like it's happened in the past? I sitted on a chair? No, that's not right, is it? What would sound right there? What would be the past tense version? And there's a few other ones there to see that don't follow the rule. Then you've got some sentences here. Okay, so the animals listened to the lion. In the past tense, what would that be? The animals listened to the lion. The mouse wishes he wasn't so small. The mouse, he wasn't so small. And here we've got two of them. The lion sits and watches on top of his rock is the present tense. I want you to change it to the past tense. The lion and on top of his rock. Okay, have a go at completing your task for today, and we've got on and review that later on. Well done, everyone.